right, we're live.
Hey everyone, it's Colleen and Matt from Intero, and today we just want to get you thinking about ending 2019 and getting kicked off for 2020. So just this morning, somebody sent me an email saying, what should my goal be for LinkedIn for 2020? Kind of all depends, right, on what you're focused on. Is it something related to your career? Is it lead generation? Is it recruiting? Is it building your brand? Whatever it might be, you can do that in LinkedIn. Just set some goals, but first assess where you are for the year. What have you accomplished on LinkedIn this year? What are a couple of ways that you can enhance your LinkedIn profile, update it? Somebody mentioned to me the other day, every 2 months he goes in and he changes his background image on his profile, which is great, right? It's like updating your website and giving it a fresh look. Definitely do those little things because those little things make a big difference. What about your network? How many new people have you really connected with and talked to and learned from and got to know this year? Or are you just connecting for connecting's sake? If you're recruiting, that might make sense for you, but you still need to know some of the people in your network. So maybe you change up your strategy on networking for 2020. Maybe it's engaging more and getting more active in LinkedIn. Remember, just because you decide to be active doesn't mean necessarily that people are going to pay attention. You've got to build your audience, build your platform, build your network. It's never ending. This is a long-term strategy for you, your professional development, your career, and especially if you're in sales, for your business development efforts. So I want you to think about ways to enhance what you're currently doing. Celebrate the successes. Think about some people that you've met this year through LinkedIn that you wouldn't have met otherwise, and start to think about how you can take that relationship even further if it's appropriate, right? It's all about making sure that you're being really intentional. So let's just create a benchmark. Matt, have you done your SSI lately?
I haven't lately, but I did do it when I first got on Inside. I think I was right around like 60 or something. And I know it has improved, but I really like using that as to kind of know where you are and where you can improve. It definitely tells you specifically where to improve your profile. So. Yep.
So let's take a look at that. So remember, I just mentioned I had an email this morning and one of my clients said, okay, what should my goals be for next year? What's my SSI score? So we did a quick SSI score. He's right around mid 40s. And I think, I set a goal for him next year of getting close to 70. So just open a new tab. Your LinkedIn profile does need to be opened. You don't need to be a premium member or Sales Navigator member to actually be able to use this. Just type in social selling index into the tab. If you're in Chrome, which I hope you are, you will see it. It will come up right to the top. Social selling index. You're going to say get your score free. I've checked mine already today. Mine is definitely down a little bit. Mine usually hovers somewhere between 83 and 85, but you can see right here, my engaging with insights is a little low. I haven't been engaging as much in the last few days. I've been working on some other things. So I can take a look at this and think about activities that I want to incorporate into my workflow for LinkedIn and what I'm doing on LinkedIn to increase those scores. So 4 areas that LinkedIn looks at: establish your professional brand. Remember, that's your profile. Finding the right people, it's building a good network, engaging with insights, using content, whether it's your own or participating and engaging with other people's content, and building relationships. And this is really important. You can see that's my highest score of anything. I talk to a lot of people through LinkedIn, make lots of introductions, get introduced. So there's lots of conversation. They're typically C-level people, or at least influencers, really important people as well. So use this, just figure out where you are and say, okay, first quarter of 2020, I'm going to work in this particular area. My profile needs enhancing. Anything over 70, I think, is really pretty strong. So you can see I've tapered off a little bit, kind of trying to finish up the year strong. And yet I've been doing a little less networking and engaging on LinkedIn. People in my industry, so I can see how I compare to people in my industry. By the way, if this score is low, that's good. That means that you have the opportunity to really stand out even more. So it's not a pass if that number is low. And then people in your network. I have a pretty active network. However, there's a good portion of my network that probably is not really as engaging and is participating in LinkedIn as much as others. So just take a look at this, use it as a benchmark, and think about 2 or 3 things that you're going to do starting in January to really kick off your LinkedIn initiative for 2020. That's all I have for today, and take it from here. Wishing you a good holiday season, and we'll talk to you soon.